Well, hi. I just figured I would go through and I would do this all right now. At least 2 of the 3 drawers, because it's just what I need to do. We're going to ignore this pile over here because this pile does not have anything to do with what's here in front of me. What's here in front of me is 43 ColourPop. 43 ColourPop palettes. That's insane. However, I've been collecting for many years. For many years. And I really do love ColourPop's formulas. They have a great formula. Great formula. However, we don't need 43 ColourPop palettes. So let's go through them. Let's see which ones we absolutely have to keep. None of them. Which ones we absolutely have to get rid of. None of them. Which ones I choose to get rid of and which ones I choose to keep. There are some that I love and some that I just have simply because of what they are, but we're just going to get into it. So first off, you can tell by the packaging, this is the very old ColourPop packaging, and I'm trying to find out if there's a date, and I don't see a date on these. This is Mar, and I don't even know if this one was ever like promoted or talked about or whatever. I just happened to love the color story when I saw it, and I do still love the color story. However, there are other formulas, there are other shadows that I like more than this, and I think I've used it twice. So I am going to go ahead and finally get rid of Mar. Ugh. This one, you can pry this one out of my cold, dead hands. That's dramatic, I know. First of all, it says Smoke Show. They have renamed this Blowing Smoke. So anytime if you're going to look for this, look for it as Blowing Smoke, not Smoke Show, because they had to rename this one for some reason. And I don't know the full story, so I couldn't tell you. I even have the very old Shade Saver. That's hard to say. But this is the color story. And as you can see, well, I don't even know if you can see, but this was very, very well used. I use this white one a lot. I use all of these a lot. I love this color story. Cold, dead hand. That's staying. Honey. Again, plastic packaging. And I have to be careful with this one. Not because the shades are bad, not because of any of that. And I'm going to kind of hold it up a little bit, but the shades, the pans themselves want to pop out. So I can't really, there, you can see the shadows in here. They have a pressed glitter in here, not the best. I don't generally use it. It's pretty. I like the color, but it's not what I use. I love these colors. I love this whole thing. I'm keeping. Going Coconuts. So many people love this. Hold on. Things are shaking inside. Oh, it must be this. Again, I'm going to hold it. Oh, no. See, this one's popping up too. And so is this one. So I'm going to kind of hold it funky again. But these are neutrals the way I like them. So Again, so many people absolutely love this color story. It's staying. Absolutely staying. Wild Child. Love this color story also, except for the pressed glitter in the middle. But at the time that these were coming out, this was the way ColourPop did their shadows. This is what they did. They gave you 8 really pretty shades, and they gave you a pressed glitter in the middle. Staying. Love that. This is called the Blue Moon, again, in this packaging. Again, absolutely love this. I know I have another all blue palette, and I have not been able to compare the two to see how they, if one's better than the other. So I am going to keep this at least one more year. Now, Little Ray of Sunshine. This was when they started going into their cardboard packaging, and I love yellow. Yellows and browns and oranges are so pretty together. Absolutely love. Absolutely love. This is, again, you might have just seen my winter palettes. This is the Anna palette from the Frozen 2, and they did that pressed glitter in the middle. This is pretty. This is a very pretty palette, and I've used it several times and been really happy. However, I don't gravitate towards it anymore. I use other palettes, so I am going to go ahead and declutter that one. Whew. Same with this one. This is the Elsa, and this is a beautiful color story also, and I definitely get wintry vibes with this color story. However, I am not drawn to pull this one out above any of my other palettes to make a look, so I am going to go ahead and declutter this one. This I got in a mystery box. I'll show you, yeah. And it's an all brown with a neon yellow or green or something. It says Glowscape, and it's pretty, and I've used at least the middle color, but it's just been sitting in my drawer, so I am going to go ahead and declutter that one. Never will this ever leave my hands. Lush Life. So very pretty. Absolutely love these colors. Love this palette. Absolutely staying. Okay. Going to show you this one first. This is called Wild Nothing. And it's beautiful. Very pretty. Peachy, neutral. Love this green. Sagey green. It doesn't look like a sagey green, but it's a sagey green color. Absolutely love these peachy brown tones. Love them. And then this is the Garden Variety. It's a more saturated peachy with a pop of purple in the middle. I prefer these colors over the Wild Nothing. The Wild Nothing is just too pale, in my opinion. So I'm going to keep the Garden Variety. I'm going to get rid of the Wild Nothing. All Things Equinox and She's Got Solstice. They came out and they were a here, gone. They only came out to Ulta. You could only get them at Ulta, and then I think you could order them on ColourPop's website. And here again, I love the peachy with the sage green. Absolutely love this, but I have it in the Garden Variety. I don't need to keep this one. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. I love the name. She's Got Solstice. Great name. All Things Equinox. Again, beautiful name. These colors are way too light for me. They're not something that I reach for. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. They came out with these. This was in a set of like 3 or 4, and I cannot tell you which ones. I can't remember what all the names are, but this one was my favorite. It's the only one that I purchased, and I love the bluish gray, grungy. I love this color story. Absolutely love it. However, I never reach for it anymore. I just don't. And it would be better off somewhere else. So I am going to go ahead and get rid of that one. That surprises me. High Tide. High Tide is a teal, greenish blue. Love the sea dollars or sand dollars on the top. Love this color story. I do. I don't think I have a whole lot of these colors in my other palettes. I think this is unique to my collection, so I am going to go ahead and keep her. And I'm going to tell these ones in order that they came out. I believe this is the order that they came out. This is the Mandalorian, Star Wars Mandalorian, the Child palette. Not sure if you know, if you've watched The Mandalorian on Disney, you know that his name is Grogu. Grogu happens to be my French Bulldog's name. This color story, sagey greens and browns. Love, 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 love. Stay. Not sure if you got that. This is also Star Wars The Mandalorian, but this is about C-3PO. It says The Mandalorian. That's the Child palette. So if you were to look them up, that one would be called the Child, and this one would be called The Mandalorian. And this is the color story. I love this. Love this. And it's a set. You know, it's the Child, the Mandalorian, Darth Vader. This is the Baroque palette, but with a splash of red in the middle, in my opinion. So, and because this is part of the set, this one stays. Whether I use it or not, completely irrelevant. And then C-3PO. Again, here are the yellows and browns. And this looks like the Honey. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to show you. So, Honey, with all the little shades wanting to pop out. Little Ray of Sunshine. Oh my. C-3PO. If I had to choose one, which I don't, but if I had to choose one of them, it would be the C-3PO. I'm going to keep the C3PO, and I'm going to keep Little Ray of Sunshine because it's all matte. Whereas the C3PO, because C3PO was made of metal, it's like 5 shimmers, a matte shadow with gold reflex in it. It's mainly a shimmer heavy palette, if you want to call it that. So I'm keeping both of these, and I'm going to get rid of the Honey. Oh, that's new. That's new. Okay, this is the Tinkerbell. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is the child palette, but deeper colors. Never getting rid of the child palette, and never, well, at this point, I'm not going to get rid of the Tinkerbell palette either. Sprinkle a little magic is what she says. Absolutely beautiful. She's sticking around. Let me move my piles over so I can start a new pile. This one is called Glow Getter, and she's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. But if I'm honest, I have these colors in other palettes, and I think I've used this once, maybe twice. It's not been used a whole lot. It's still kind of pristine, and somebody else could probably use it a lot more than I can. So it's going to go. Okay. And because I'm weird and because I do things different, I kept the boxes because I loved the boxes. I love them. This is Misunderstood. This is one of the first Disney collabs, and these are all the villains. These are all the villains. Like No Spots is a matte white. Absolutely love it. Mongrels, Diablo, Devonish, Tragic, The Fates, Flotsam, Forest of Thrones, Pain and Panic, Underworld, Revenge, Sing, Jetsam, The Seal, and 101, which is a matte black. These are the bad guys. And of course, I had to keep the bad guys. Disney is one of my favorite things. I'm a huge Disney person. Always have been, always will be. It's a princess thing. These are beautiful Disney princesses. And these are what the colors that they would say. There's a lot of shimmery shades in here. And I'm not sure I would ever really use this palette anymore. Like, I have other shadows that I believe are better quality now. And if I had a shadow box for makeup, my husband would shoot me. But I love this. So she's staying. Midnight Masquerade. This was the Disney Designer Collection. And look at all those Disney princesses. Aren't they beautiful? And these, of course, here we go with the pressed glitters again. There's 2 of them in there. But it's beautiful. And I love these shades. And I love Disney. Again. But I didn't keep the outside packaging of this one. I don't know why. I just figured I'd go ahead and get rid of it. I don't know. Okay. Limoncello. Let's look. Has a really nice mirror. Really pretty colors. But if you took this row out, that is C3PO. Honestly, that is C3PO. And then you add these colors. I have this color story multiple times. This one's going. All that. Beautiful reds that turn into magenta on me. They have pressed glitters. They're pretty. They really are pretty. It's just, if you look on the packaging, it says they're not eye safe. I use them on my eyes because that's how I am. And I have used this palette multiple times, but I have other color stories that I love more. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. Sonic Bloom. This one is beautiful also. Such a pretty color story. But yet again, if you were to look at just these 3 rows, I have those in the Garden Variety palette. This was a gift to me from a very special lady. That was my secret pal one year, and I love it. However, I cannot keep everything, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. Okay. Open. This is called Double Entendre. And there are neutrals in this palette. And they're beautiful. But I don't reach for this palette because this is not the color story that I do on my looks, obviously. Going to send that to a new home. And then there's Mulan. We can already tell. We already know. But I'm going to open her up anyway. Mulan is Disney. Mulan is not going anywhere. But Mulan is also double entendre with more shades. Like there's this red shade down here. There's this black shade down here. And then there's more shimmers. There's pressed glitter here. But that's the only pressed glitter there is. But this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful palette. I'm keeping her. 1, she's Mulan. 2, she's double entendre with a twist. So definitely keeping her. All right. Star Wars. I'm not sure if you've gotten the memo. But this is for the whole thing. So it came out after Darth Vader, I believe, but before C3PO. And this is the color story. Now again, cover this up, and that's pretty much the Darth Vader palette with an extra 2 rows, but not going anywhere. 1, it's Star Wars. And I love Star Wars. I remember watching Star Wars when it was only the first 3 movies before the first or the second 3 movies that came out as a prequel that now when the first Star Wars was actually Star Wars was when I watched Star Wars, if that makes any sense to anybody. All right. Raw Beauty Christie at Forest Sight and ColourPop. No way, nowhere, no how is this palette going anywhere. I have used this. I'm very gentle with my palettes. I have used this multiple times. I will use this many more times. It is absolutely beautiful. Love the mushrooms all over it. Again, I love Raw Beauty Christie. I think she's amazing. I think she's wonderful. Not going anywhere. Raw Beauty Christie actually lives in the state of Washington. Absolutely. Love her. Okay. Snow White. Dreams come true. My mom loved Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It was her favorite Disney movie. And it's the reason why I love Disney so much is because of her. Again, lots of neutrals, couple pops of color, but I love Disney and I love Snow White. And I look at this and it makes me think of my mom, and not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Okay. These next three. These are the Hocus Pocus, and they came out 1, 2, 3. These two right here are based on the first movie. This is based on Hocus Pocus 2. It even says Hocus Pocus 2 up here in the corner. I'm going to show you them in order of how they came out. Let's do that. This is Gather Round Sisters. And I keep it in, like, look at that. Such a cool box. Okay, Grogu. This is the color story. I love grungy tones. Love them. Love this. Obviously, it's, again, a Disney thing. It's a Hocus Pocus thing. I love Hocus Pocus. Absolutely loved it when it came out. Watched it with my children. Love that palette. This one is called Witchy Hour. And again, it has the cool inside packaging and the outer packaging. And Open Sesame. This is the color story. If I had to choose, this is my least favorite of the three. It's great. It's pretty. It's not my absolute favorite. You, when I say hi to everybody, you do? Okay, hold on. Apparently I'm being told that somebody needs to say hello. Here is my Grogu. Hi, my Grogu. Yes, my sweet cheeks. No, this way. The people are this way. Over here. Isn't he so cute? He's my French bulldog, and he's just the cutest little thing. Huh. He's so cute. Okay. Buddy, it's not time yet. You gotta get down. Thank you. Sorry. People have asked to see him. I've shown him several times. This is it would be my second favorite. The Gather Round Sisters is my absolute top. It's the first one that came out, and I had to have it, and I did, and I love it, and yeah. So this is after the second movie, but it was the third one to come out, and this is the color story. This is what All Hallows Eve is what it is called, and those are the colors, and it's beautiful, and I love it, and yeah, that's all there is to it. So obviously it's staying. I know, such a long video. We've only got a couple more to go. This is one of I have 4 huge palettes. This is Aurora Aurora Struck. And this is an all pastel with a couple of dark colors down in here. I love this palette. I have not used it a ton, but I will. I probably should have kept this in, or I should have put this in my winter because of the Aurora Borealis, but I did not. But I do love this palette. I haven't used it a whole lot. Pastels are not generally what I go for, but I do like this one. This one right here, So Jaded. I love this palette. This was Kathleen Light's and ColourPop, and she named all of these after gemstones. Like this is diamond, and this is topaz, and this is smoky quartz, and this is tiger's eye, and this is opal. Like these two right here are obviously the glitter, but it is all named after gemstones. And again, I like Kathleen Lights. Kathleen Lights is a YouTuber, and I absolutely love her, think she's a wonderful person, and I'm going to keep this. Now, It's a Mood. Probably should have kept that one out of its box, because to me, It's a Mood is very similar to So Jaded, but I have not used. Have I used this? I think I used this one time. Again, one time. But to me, this is a very similar color story to the So Jaded, and I don't need both of them. I really don't need both of them. I do, however, have a daughter that absolutely said that she would love this. Whether she wants it now or not, I don't know, but I am going to go ahead and get rid of that one. And I know there's a huge controversy with this person, but I love the movies. I can't help what she thinks as a person, but I don't think buying this palette or using this palette makes any difference on what she's doing or saying, kind of like the Jeffree Star things. So this is Hogwarts. Look at that. I love Hogwarts. I love the whole aesthetic of this. I loved the movies. I love the color story. It is just absolutely beautiful, and it's not going anywhere. And I'm sorry if you don't agree with the whole J.K. Rowling's whatever. I can't help it. This is staying. Now, these next two are new to my collection, new as in this year. So, Twilight. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And this was, lots of people were mad because they didn't think that this was a very pretty color story. There's no red in it. But the very first movie didn't have a whole lot of red in it. And I actually just watched these movies over the past couple days, and really, there is no red in that movie whatsoever. This color story did that, the first movie, the Twilight movie, justice. Love it. Love it. And then Stranger Things. Look at how they put, it's a TV with a VCR Some kids have no clue what this is or how to work this or whatever, but this is the upside down. This, I love how they have like the little detail where it looks like the stickers are starting to peel. I love this. Absolutely love this. And if you look at it, there's a Demigorgon. This up here is Hawkins. This down here is the upside down. And I love how they have it separated. Love these colors. They're very grungy, but this is very 80s inspired colors. And I love it. Absolutely love it. I keep it in the box because, yeah, I love it. Okay, I'm going to go count. Hold on. Okay. So out of 43, I'm getting rid of 15 and I'm keeping 28. I didn't think I was going to get rid of any of my ColourPop. So for me, getting rid of 15 is a huge accomplishment. I mean, there's a couple of them in there that I didn't think I was going to. I mean, I didn't think I was going to get rid of any. But in going through them and comparing and looking and knowing and seeing and understanding that I'm not using all of these, there's no reason for me to keep all of them. I can share them with other people, and a lot of them are very gently used. I mean, I don't really beat up my makeup a whole lot. I don't like dig into my makeup a whole lot. So these could be passed on to somebody else who could get better use out of them than me. So please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, who's better than you? Nobody.